Hi there, I'm John Thorne from Thorney Motorsport, and this is episode 1 of our McLaren Sports Series vlog. Now, we weren't really planning on doing a vlog on the Sports Series. We'd already converted our 570 to the GT4R, which we have obviously done some promotion for and are launched now. But our 720 vlog that we've been doing has been so well received from people that people have said, look, do one on your Sports Series as well. So here it is, episode 1. Now, with the 720, obviously, we're doing it stage by stage, as bit by bit. With the 570, we've done it all. We've done the modification, we've done the tuning, the brakes, suspension, the brake, everything known to man. But what we thought we'd do with the 570 is that we would do an owner's type vlog of the kind of problems sometimes we face, the regular maintenance, and also specifically, we think, which is a market for in terms of the UK especially, track days. Because we've built the GT4R for track days. Road legal, perfectly usable on the road as a completely functioning car, but its purpose in life is to spank itself around track as fast as possible with the minimum amount of cost and the most amount of fun. Now, a little bit of history. I spent 15, 20 years racing cars, okay? Mainly BMWs, starting off on production BMW little cars, M3s, everything up to including British touring car, which was a ill-advised expenditure that nearly bankrupted me as a company and certainly put me off circuit racing for several years. But most of my time, my racing career as such, has been setting up cars for people. We would run 8, 9, 10 cars a weekend, M3s, front-wheel drive Astras, Corsas, everything. And my job was set the car up and make it competitive for the drivers who then literally rented their car from us. Standard business model for racing and cars in the UK or in the world for matter. If you think the race car driver is the super duper star who's paid to be there, you're sadly misinformed. Think more enterprise rent-a-car, just the cars have stickers on. But that's the model we're in, and we did it for a long period of time, get on for 15, 16 years. But touring cars sucked the life out of it for me. And we ended up doing it for a very short period of time and then got the car quick and got rid of it, paid off the debt and decided not to do it again. I then spent several years racing off-road, rallying for Yamaha. Which was great fun, but a very small market in the UK. It's huge in the USA, but not so big in the UK. So we've moved on now, and I've pretty much retired from all competitive motorsport. I shoot now instead, go figure. But the McLaren market is such that it lends itself very well to track days. I've missed going on track, frankly, and the track day market is a bit more of a relaxed, having a bit of fun, non-competitive type process. So when we came to decide to build the GT4R, which we think was the perfect track day car, it meant that I get back into track days again. So our Sports Series vlog is going to be almost the same sort of process a lot of people looking at as maybe looking at doing track days for the first time, because I'm basically back doing it and it does feel like doing it the first time. Now, over winter we developed this in terms of track and on the road, and I've had several drivers drive it to get some input from it. But like all things in life, you never really finish developing something, so we will carry on doing this process. And I took this out for its first run on track in its final form. So it's been in different setups and testing before with me driving. This is the first time altogether. And it was a bit of a mixed bag, frankly. From the car's perspective, delighted, over the moon. Couldn't have put another fault wrong, so happy with it. From my perspective, it's almost like I've forgotten how to drive a car around track. Okay, it's only been a few years since I raced, and the last races I did I won. So kind of critical of myself that I'm going out there looking like Bambi just got born. Okay, it was at Donington Park track day. We were primarily there shaking down one of our M3 race cars for the driver. And I went out there and just sort of do a few sessions in the GT4R, and I was pathetic, frankly. And it reminded me that you do lose the feel if you don't do it regularly. As the day wore on, I got better and I started to overtake things and got some good pace down. But every time I cornered, I didn't feel comfortable. I didn't feel that connection with the car, which I know the car is good, it was down to me. So I went home and had a big cry, and then I spoke to the boys and said, look, let's do a vlog about the Sports Series, ownership for us, and also for the idea of doing track days. And now, as I seemingly have now turned crap to driving on track, time to get better. Good thing about for us for the test day yesterday, not just the M3 working perfectly, was that we got a couple of things we wanted to get sorted. First of all, any track car needs to pass noise limits. Now in the UK, You can't even fart these days without someone complaining about how much noise it creates. So Donington Park is quite tight. They have what's called drive-by limits. So as you go around the circuit, there are microphones there and they pick up the noise. It's notorious for catching out big GT cars, which make a lot of noise. And yes, there was no exception. On a very cold day, nice and still, very cold, which is the worst case for transmission of sound, nice still air, but damp. We got 98 decibels, which is exactly what we've had during testing, so I'm happy, but they were in warmer months where sound doesn't travel as much. So we got 98 dB. One time we got 98.7, but that was when I was being an idiot and redlining it right next to a microphone. Generally speaking, whole day, no issue at all. So I'm delighted with that, especially bearing in mind how nicely it sounds, like a big jet engine, frankly. We're delighted with that. Now, there are some tracks that have 95 decibel limits. You're not going to pass there, okay? But they were 98 and above, which is pretty much most circuits in the UK. We've proven no problems at all. Now again, we did this testing during summer when it was warmer, but it's nice to just confirm the point. Other than that, the rest of the car, from my perspective, was perfect. Very happy with the brakes. We're going to take the discs off and pads off and weigh them to see how well they did. But in terms of the feel, the standard discs and pads are very good. But we are going to move to surface transforms depending on what we find on the wear rate. Had issues with some rear end grip, which is either me being crap or B, the tyres not being so good. They're quite old tyres. They've been in the car for a while. The tyres the car came on. So we're going to start looking at some tyre options to go as well. But overall, fantastic. Really happy with the car. Got some good feedback from people. Overtook a few Porsches, always nice fun. Overtook a few race cars, also nice fun as well. But I still need to get my head back into it. A couple of things with the nickel as well. We realised that we need to, obviously our car has full harnesses, which is great, makes a huge difference. But the seatbelt light keeps pinging on because obviously we've kept the lap belts in for use on the road. But obviously driving on track and I've got the harnesses on, is pinging away saying seatbelt. So we had to use the passenger seat to click into mine. So we're going to need to get one of those little clips to go in to stop that beeping off, because that was annoying the crap out of me after about a third lap. And the second thing is a tyre pressure monitor system. Now we look after all of McLaren, pretty much most McLaren's track days in the UK for customers and for Greystone, who are a very well-reputed track day company here. So we know that you have to drop the tyre pressures down 6, 8, 10 PSI sometimes, because the standard system will flag up. It will just overheat it. The first session on track I came back in, I had 44 PSI in the back. A bit hot, no one had no grip. But the problem is that when you drop them down, the system then will start to ping off saying, I mean, mine had critical tyre alarm. Now I knew it was okay, but when something on a dash shouts out critical, stop the car, you tend to pay attention, especially through Craner curves. But we know it's an issue. We know it's not a problem. The tyres have to drop down. But I'm trying to see the way we can deprogram the TPSM sensors from it for track day work, if we can. We may not be able to. I'm told you can, but I'm not sure. So that was the annoying thing about it. And also vision. We need to put a sun visor on it. You know, I'm going. The sun was low in the sky, and I'm coming through the corner, going up through Old Hairpin, which is an uphill section of Donington Park. And the sunlight's direct in my eyes, I almost couldn't see a damn thing. And as most people know who have a sports series, the sun visors are worse than useless, about that big, pointless. So we are going to need to do some kind of livery on there with a sun visor to make it usable on track. What I'm going to do next vlog is going to be about how to set up your car on track. We've already done a video about the pre and post day track inspections, which is useful to see. There'll be a link somewhere there. But we're going to do the process of what to do when you get to track, how to plan what to do. And we're going to do that on our new track setup and garage setup that we've got with Greystone GT this year. So the videos will primarily come from those if we can. But in the meantime, we'll also go do a standard Owners Club vlog. This is a road car. It is still a road car. It is still going to be used on the road daily. It just happens to be going to and from the road on track most of the time, whereas the 720 is mainly a road car. We'll occasionally go on track for a laugh if we feel like it. So that's the first one. Hopefully more things coming in terms of the vlog. Any suggestions that you have and what we should film, should do in terms of sports series generally, the 540, 570, GT, you name it, we've quite covered. They're all pretty much the same car to some extent, or is. But hopefully this is going to be a start of another vlog for that model. And we hope you'll enjoy that, hopefully as much as you have done with the 720. Okay, thanks for watching. See you soon. Cheers.